function. Limit x approaching 0, square root of x plus 1 minus 1 over x, right? So here, the first thing we always try for limit is plugging. When you plug in 0, what happens? The denominator becomes 0. So we cannot divide by 0. Therefore, we need to see if we can simplify, right? So the first step you plug in. If it's not possible, you simplify. Here, it's a rational expression. So the way we are going to simplify is this. Correct. So we are going to do the conjugate of this. So multiply by. Step 1 is multiplied by the conjugate of the numerator. Of the numerator. Okay? So look at the numerator. Square root of x plus 1 minus 1. So what you're going to do, you do limit as x approaching 0, right? Square root of x plus 1. Divide.
Don't have to write the limit because you have to follow the limit.
You have to, correct. You need to multiply and divide by. So multiply by square root of x plus 1 divided by square root of x plus 1 plus 1. Please see if you understand.
I don't.
All right? So now, when you look at the numerator, this part and this part are just going to be like a minus b and a plus b. Please notice that this is of the form a minus b and this is a plus b. So we use special product. So where this is a and this is b. So we are going to do a minus b times a plus b. And that's going to be a squared minus b squared. Alright? You get it? So here the key point is to understand that this term is the a and this term is the b. And it's the special product. So let's multiply that. Okay. So this is going to be, watch it. Limit, hold on. We need to continue to write this x approaching 0. So a squared minus b squared. When you square x plus 1 squared, what are you going to get?
X plus 1.
X plus 1. So the square roots cancel out and you end up getting x plus 1. So that's what we're going to do here. So a squared is that minus b squared. So 1 squared is 1. See? So the numerator, I want you to understand how we got the numerator. So now the numerator is that. The denominator, I'm keeping the denominator. So x times, this is x. And then the other part remains, which is, so here that has become 1 and over square root of x plus 1 plus 1. So please note that your numerator, we have applied the special product, a squared minus b squared, to these two together. See that? This part and the a minus b times a plus b, that's what that is. You get it? And then the denominator remains the same. Over here you have the x, and here you still have x plus 1 plus 1. Does that make sense? No. Okay, let's see how that happens. You see, if you're not able to understand if it's separate, let's add another step, which is limit x approaching 0. So square root of x plus 1 minus 1, right? Divided by x, and then times square root of x plus 1 plus 1. See?
Are you right when you wrote the first time?
You can, this is for you to understand it even better, so you see it together. X plus 1 plus 1. It's the same thing. If you're not able to understand the special product, this is another way to write it. If it's together, exactly, it can't, not the numerator. So the numerator now is just the form of a minus b, a plus b, which is a squared. So x plus 1, a squared minus b squared, divided by, the denominator still stays the same, x plus 1 plus 1. So the next step is to simplify. Limit x approaching 0. What happens to the numerator? It becomes x, exactly. X divided by, what happens? X times,
The square root of.
correct, x plus 1 plus 1. See this?
Yeah.
Is this step clear to you?
What's that count square root of x?
Hold on. We don't have to multiply. So here, what have I done? I have simplified. So the previous step we used special products, which is a minus b times a plus b is a squared minus b squared. So step 1 was to conjugate, step 2 was special product, step 3 simplify. Now, what happens? What do you notice in the numerator and denominator? Both have x. So what can we do? To cancel that out, these two cancel each other. You're left with exactly 1 in the numerator divided by square root of x plus 1 plus 1. You see that? All I did from here to here is cancel the x. So now, again, each time we are checking what happens when I plug in the x, the limit as x equals 0. So what happens here when I plug in x as 0? Nice. Yes. So if you look at this, apply the limit. At this point, you've simplified it, and you're going to apply limit as x approaching 0. So which means apply x equals 0. And then you get 1 divided by square root of 0 plus 1, which is 1 plus 1, which is 1/2.